Hello viewers, I welcome you all to my YouTube channel Trinity English Joseph, and we have been watching the different videos related to intermediate first year, and in today's video we are going to talk about another one more poem, that is the poem 4 in the intermediate first year of Telangana syllabus, that is The Noble Nature, written by Ben Jonson. And as we know, nature teaches us many great and interesting things. And nature is beyond the prediction. And here, the writer, the poet Ben Jonson, talks to be or describes it the noble nature, which has got noble qualities. And as we already know, I have already explained even in my previous videos, that poetry is such that it is always described into two categories, where there are two aspects that we are supposed to understand in the poetry. The first one is always the human being, man. Here, taking the man into consideration, the remaining aspects are being compared or attributed to the human being. Now, whenever we understand the poetry, you should keep this in the mind and then understand the poetry. Friends, ఇక్కడ మనకి ద నోబల్ నేచర్ అనేటువంటి ఈ పోయంని బెన్ జాన్సన్ రాస్తున్నారు. మనకి ప్రకృతి ఎంత గొప్పది, ప్రకృతిలో ఏమేమి వింతలు విశేషాలు ఉన్నాయో వాటిని మనిషి మానవుడితో పోలుస్తూ చెప్పేదే పద్యం, దట్ ఈస్ అ పోయట్రీ. సో ఇప్పుడు మనము ఈ నోబల్ నేచర్ అనేది ఎలా ఉంటుంది, ప్రకృతి అనేది ఎలా ఉంటుంది, ప్రకృతిలో ఎన్ని అందాలు రమణీయతలు ఉన్నాయనేటువంటి దాన్ని కంపేర్ చేస్తూ మనిషి దాని నుంచి ఏం నేర్చుకోవాలని చెప్పేదే ద నోబల్ నేచర్. ఫ్రెండ్స్, హియర్ ద పోయట్ టాక్స్ అబౌట్ ద nobility of the nature, comparing and what we are supposed to learn from the nature. Here basically there are two important aspects that he talks about. The first one is, it is not how long you live that is important. Then what is important is how you live is more important. ఎన్ని రోజులు జీవించాము బ్రతికాము అన్నది ఇంపార్టెంట్ కాదు, ఎలా జీవించాము అన్నది మాత్రమే ఇంపార్టెంట్. సో దిస్ ఇస్ ద కాన్సెప్ట్ బెన్ జాన్సన్ is trying to talk about. And friends, before we go to listen to the poem, let us look at the short history of Ben Jonson. Ben Jonson was born on 11th June 1572 and he died in the year 16 August 1637, and as a great English playwright and a poet, and he has written a famous book called as The Comedy of Humors, and there are also different other famous works like Every Man in His Humor, Valpone or The Fox, and The Bartholomew Fair is also another book written by Ben Jonson. And here this is about a short history about Ben Jonson. Now let me read out the poem for you, The Noble Nature. Then we will go for the summary and the explanation. It is not growing like a tree in bulk doth make man better be, or standing long an oak 300 year, to fall a log at last, dry, bald and sere. A lily of a day is fairer far in May, although at fall and die that night, it was the plant and flower of light. In small proportions we just beauty see, and in short measures life may perfect be. This is the poem. And now let us look at the summary of this particular poem. Here the poet Ben Jonson, in the poem The Noble Nature, talks about what makes a man noble. He compares man to two important things, that is, one is a sturdy oak tree, a very big well-grown oak tree, and a delicate lily. In order to do this, lily is very delicate. If you just do this, it breaks. Growing physically like a bulky tree or living long like a sturdy oak tree does not make a man a noble one. But the huge, strong, and aged oak will soon become a lifeless one, and it becomes dried, withered, and just becomes a piece of log. So too will be the fate of a man who is only blessed with a long life and a physical and material well being. Many a times we just look at our wealth, we just look at all the things that we have, and we feel proud of and we feel happy with that. But here the poet says that so they all will go away one day, and this is what happens to every human being. And on the other hand, he talks about the lily plant, which has got very short life. It blooms in the month of May and is very, very beautiful. If you just look at the plant of lily, very long and very beautiful, and it also smells sweet, very fragrant. And although the flower has the lifespan of a day and falls and dies by nightfall, it spreads beauty and delight in that short period. Though it just lives for one day, in that just one day, it spreads attraction, beauty, and delight even with its smell. The poet feels that a meaningful life is like a flower of lily. Though it's short, is what makes a man noble. And even though a man's life is short, it can be a perfect life. And here, the poet talks about it is not how long you live, it is how you live is more important. ఫ్రెండ్స్, ఇక్కడ పోయెట్ ద నోబెల్ నేచర్ అనేటువంటి పోయంలో మనిషి ఎలా జీవించాలి, ఎలా ఉండాలి అనే దాని గురించి మాట్లాడుతూ ఇక్కడ ఓక్ ట్రీని మరియు లిల్లీ ప్లాంట్ని రెండింటిని కంపేర్ చేస్తూ మాట్లాడుతున్నాడు. అయితే ఓక్ ట్రీని చూసినట్లయితే, పెద్ద పెద్ద వృక్షాలను చూసినట్లయితే అవి చాలా రోజులుగా సంవత్సరాల తరబడి ఎదుగుతూ చాలా దృఢంగా ఉంటూ ఉంటాయి. ఒక లిల్లీ మొక్కను చూసినట్లయితే చాలా చిన్నగా ఉంటుంది, ప్లస్ చాలా చాలా వీక్గా ఉంటుంది. సో ఈవెన్ లిల్లీ ఫ్లవర్ని ఇలా అన్నా కూడా అది తెగిపోతుంది అనమాట. అయినా కూడా అది తన యొక్క అందంతో, తన యొక్క సువాసనతో అందరినీ కూడా ఆకర్షించుకుంటుంది, అందరినీ ఆకర్షిస్తుంది అనమాట. అయితే ఇక్కడ కవి ఏమంటాడు అంటే, ఒక ఓక్ ట్రీ లాగా పెరిగి పెరిగి ఇలా అయినా కూడా దానికి కూడా ఒక రోజు వస్తుంది, అది కూడా ఒక రోజు చనిపోతుంది, ఒక జీవం లేని మొద్దులాగా మిగిలిపోతుంది. అందుకే మనిషి ఎన్ని రోజులు జీవించాము, ఎన్ని సంవత్సరాలు జీవించాము, ఎన్ని ఆస్తులను సంపదల్ని కూడబెట్టుకున్నామని కాకుండా పరులకి మంచి చేస్తూ, పరులకి ఉపకారం చేస్తూ బ్రతకాలి. లిల్లీ ప్లాంట్ లాగా సువాసనను అందిస్తూ ఉన్న కొన్ని రోజులైనా కూడా ప్రశాంతంగా ఉండాలి అనేటువంటి భావంతో ఈ యొక్క పద్యాన్ని, ఈ యొక్క పోయంని చెప్పడం జరిగిందనమాట. ఫ్రెండ్స్, హియర్ ద పోయట్ టాక్స్ దట్ ఇట్ ఇస్ నాట్ హౌ లాంగ్ యూ లివ్. As long as you live, you should spread goodness and you should spread the good qualities like fragrance. So this is what the poet wants from all of us. And now let us look at, friends, let me explain stanza by stanza. It is not growing like a tree in bulk doth make man better be, or standing long an oak tree 300 year to fall a log at last dry, bald and sure. And friends, the explanation of this particular poem is that it is not growing like a tree, very big. In bulk is to be very big. Doth, here the word doth, doth means does, the old form of does is doth. And growing in such a way does not make a better human being. Or simply standing long an oak 300 year, like oak tree standing for 300-400 years, but at last even after that many years, that particular oak tree has to fall like a log, last dry, bald and sere. So without any life, it simply remains without any life. And here, friends, to fall a log at last dry, bald and sere. So you might have seen the dead logs, how they are, without attraction, without life. And the human being is also going to be in the same way. And coming to the next one, that is, a lily of a day is faded far in May, although it fall and die that night. It was the plant and flower of light. Friends, a lily, as I already mentioned, it just blooms in the month of May, so it is very fair, fairer than the oak tree, which is very big. Although it fall and die that night, as I already told, within one day it just dries off. Though within the short span of that one day, it was the plant and flower of light. So here it spreads the fragrance, it spreads the attraction, the beauty. So here flower of light is not that it is very light, but it spreads the fragrance and then it attracts many people. So here this is what happens. And the last two lines are very captivating, very attractive. So this gives the real message here. In small proportions we just beauty see, and in short measures life may perfect be. In small proportions we just beauty see. So whatever this short life that we have, you should see the beauty of life. You should be able to enjoy the life. We should live, and then you should also allow others to live like us. And in short measures life may perfect be. When we are in this way, this is the secret of a perfect life, nothing more than that. So this is what we have to understand. So friends, here this is what about the beautiful poem The Noble Nature. Let us learn this secret of life and then proceed further. ఫ్రెండ్స్, నా యొక్క వీడియోని చూశారు కదా. మనము ప్రకృతి నుంచి ఎలా జీవించాలి, ఎన్ని క్వాలిటీస్ నేర్చుకొని మన జీవితాన్ని ఎన్ని రోజులు జీవించామని కాకుండా ఎలా జీవించాము, పరలోకి ఏ విధంగా ఉపయోగపడ్డాము, ఎంతవరకు ఉపయోగపడ్డాము, మన జీవితం ఎంతవరకు సార్థకం చేసుకున్నామని చూడడం చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్. ఈ వీడియో మీ అందరికీ నచ్చింది అనుకుంటాను ఫ్రెండ్స్. మీ ఫ్రెండ్స్కి కూడా షేర్ చేయండి, అందరికి కూడా ఇది యూజ్ అవుతుంది. ఫ్రెండ్స్, I hope this video of mine might have been helpful and useful to you. Thank you all for watching me. Please subscribe to my channel for more videos. Like, share, and then comment on the videos. Thank you all and see you in the next video. Bye.